Chat room. Thank goodness. To everyone. Alright. Let's go ahead and roll the intro. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day already. Yeah, so like I said, if you like what I'm doing, just everything else, definitely please go to that link there. I put all my work there, just everything else. Do you. Alright, so as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, the server basically came up, I want to say a good 20 minutes ago, just everything else, and no sooner did it came up, people started logging in, people started trying to, like, do the thing, just everything else, and Eric Nusko could have poked out real fast that they had detected an issue with the gain server, just everything else. From what I understand, the gain itself is okay, but if the gain servers are showing issues, just everything else. So they have basically taken the servers offline again. So as you can see, all servers are down right now. Of course, I play on the Star Forge here, just everything else and all. I do have this one right here, which I also play on, just everything else and all. Doc, yeah, I was kind of hoping I could run with you because you play on the Dark Nalkas server, just everything else. But, as you can see, all servers are down right now due to some sort of issue. So my recommendation is to go ahead, patch your gain. As you can see, it's literally, slowly patching. Just everything else. Patch your gain, get it going. Just everything else. So while it's doing that, so let's take a look. Where's Naeem? So while we're waiting on the thing, let's take a look at the patch notes. Alright, so patch notes. Alright, so like I said, when the servers finally go back up and we can all go play, the criticness of that, light day as they call it in Star Wars, will finally go live. We'll be able to start running around doing things. I actually got a special request, I'm guessing because I'm running around with Skorsky, Star Wars Central, a couple of others. Now, Doc, he's on the Dark Nalkas server, so I'm not going to be able to run around with him. But there are a few of the streamers that actually have accounts on Star Forge, so we're going to be running around on Star Forge and having fun throwing snowballs, just everything else, and on their channel kind of talking about the new updates and how we think, but at the same time, yeah, we're actually talking with the developer, just everything else. When the game went live, we started to, go in, and no sooner we got in, boom, servers causing problems. Some people were lagging really hard. Other people would log in and then suddenly just get kicked. So, again, they're taking the servers off right now, so we're expecting about another hour or so before we can get in and play. So while we're waiting, let's take a look at the notes. So, new storyline in daily area in Osa. Continue adventure at level 70 on the desolated Jedi planet of Osa with the new Republic and Imperial storyline. If your character has already completed the full storyline up to this point, the new mission will be added to your mission log automatically. Otherwise, any level 7 character can acquire the new mission from the terminal log of your starship. So, to get this new mission, you need to go to your starship. There is a console on your starship that you have to look for. It's on your starship. It's called Mission Console or Departure Console. I'll tell you what it's called. You go to your starship and you pick up the mission there. National got the machine dealing with damage, so I'm going to skip that. My interest is in the next 3 parts, guild perks. Players can now slot guild perks into various rooms on their guild flagship. These perks provide a range of benefits, allowing guilds to customize how they play. Guild leveling. Guilds will now level up by earning guild XP from Galactic Conquest. Leveling provides a range of benefits from access to greater guild perks and higher XP, CXP, and reputation reward. Guild interface. The Guild UI has been completely reworked, including new functions such as the new log, Guild Infect, and Guild Nail. So for people who know anything like Star Trek Online, I run the SAS fleet over there. So we have a Guild Nail Dog, or a Fleet Nail Dog, a Fleet Bank. We got quite a few things. I'm glad that, they're finally putting this into the game here, this everything else, because it will make, especially someone like me who's a very small guild, who only has a few players in my guild, this, that, everything else. Oh, one thing. Oh, hi. Oh, hold on. Oops. Yeah, Tyler, I just got a notification. Are you streaming yet? And I'm like, yeah, I'm streaming. I'm like, well, where is it, damn it? Where is it? Alright, there's sending. Alright, so there. Alright, so let me throw this in there real quick into the Guild Doxy thingy. Alright, so like I said, and today of all day, yeah, you definitely want to activate this. If you've not done this, you definitely want to activate this thing today, just everything else and all. Alright, now getting back to what I was saying, just everything else. So like I said, me running the guild over in SAS Fleet, just everything else. Yeah, I am very, very happy to see these three right here. Masterwork gear now. Remember, I told you on the last stream, I've got the 230 gear. I guess I want to say the Elite or whatever it's called. It's like 230. If I remember correctly, on the test server, it's going up to like 250. So this is that gear I was telling you about. The Master Guidework, the Machine Exploring Oasis. Players can now acquire the best gear in the galaxy. So, if you like to be the best of the best, and the best of the best, because you are the best, yeah, you want to start doing the master node of God of the Machine operation thing, this everything else, and you'll actually get that best gear, which is, I believe, is 250 now, I believe, and that's where the best of the best gear is going to come from there. TDT challenge system. Create a custom TDT matches against other groups of players. Track your records against other guilds in custom Warzone arenas and Galactic Stronghold. Now, in Star Trek Online, we have that ability where I can walk up to you, and let's say I'm an engineer and you're a tactical officer. I can walk up to you and click on you and say, hey, I challenge you. I'm going to kick your ass, and I challenge you. Now, granted, over in Star Trek Online, the TDT system is kind of stupid and kind of broken, just everything else, but I'm actually looking forward to this. So instead of having to go into, the Warzone thing to challenge other players, there are times, you wait, and it never seems to kick sometimes. Well, this way, if you want to challenge somebody who's, running it now down in the chat, you can walk up to them and say, hey, I found you here. I challenge you. You're blathering away in the chat box. I challenge you. So I'm glad to see that. I'm hoping it's not lopsided like Star Trek Online is to everything else, but I am looking forward to that. Starting today, all your storylines, so let's say you're 60 or, 60, 50, whatever, all your stories, yes, you definitely want to do this because all your stuff is getting a double event, double XT, double CXT, and Lord from December 20th to December 31st. So if you have any low little characters, this is the time to sign in, get the game patch, and get going because from this time on, you're getting double. So you're going to jump, from 50 to 60 to 70 real fast, and you'll be able to get up to the new story. Now the next part's a bunch of generals. To me, like I said, the guild thing, guild no longer get a bonus experience and reputation earned based on their size. That right there, I'm actually looking forward to. And I'm getting a text message. Hi. And I just heard the game in the background kick in. Hi. Oh, thank you to the follow. Thank you to the follow. Yeah, someone actually just sent me a message on my Twitter thingy saying, hey, I'm watching your stream. Thanks for giving me the tap notes. But now the one big thing for everybody, the people like me who has a very small guild, right here, guild no longer get a bonus experience or reputation earned based on their size. This is now dedicated by the guild level. This bonus now also includes command experience point. That I am so glad that they have fixed, because in Star Trek Online, the next level your fleet can be is an 85. I am now like an 80, 81 on Star Trek Online. But it does not matter, if there's 10 people in your fleet, if there's 20 people in your fleet, or there's 500, which is the max a fleet can hold. Whereas in this system, it depends on you signing in, you doing work, following and showing your loyalty to the guild of the SAS guild. That's now changed. Now it is based on your basically your loved one. So you've got 5 people grinding with you, and hey, let's go do God in the Machine today, so we can get on the leaderboard thing for the day. You can do that. It's everything else and all. So it's based on who's actually in the game, who's doing, certain, like over in Star Trek Online, they're called TFOs, where you get together as a fleet, do them together, and people are like, hey, SAS, I know them. They're a good group of people, I know them. That I am actually looking forward to, and I'm glad that they kind of put that in there, so no more of, small guilds, we're 500 son, and you'll never get on the leaderboard. Now you have a chance to get on that leaderboard and make a name of yourself and show yourself that, hey, we like to be a small guild, and we like to play Star Wars Online, or Star Trek, Star Wars The Old Republic, but hey, we're here. So I'm glad that they have actually put that in there. So when you sign in, don't be surprised. Hey, I'm not getting experience points. No, they've changed that now. So it's now based on, you leveling up the guild, you working to the guild, and doing things with the guild now. Guilds can now then play by legacy. That I am actually looking forward to. There are people that like to join guild, and they're just toxic, unfortunately. They're just bad news all around. All they're going to do is run you down, clean out your guild bank, whine about everything, and you really don't get anywhere because of them being toxic, just everything else and all. Now, I'm one of those kinds of people that if I see that there's 3 optionals on the, like the best one, the one Borg mission that I like to do, there's 3 options on there. I'm one of those kinds of people. I will tell you how to deal with it, how to deal with the optionals, so that way we can get them. Like I'll tell you, down this hallway on the left side, we're going to get an ambush. Engineers set up a minefield, tapped that minefield waiting. Tactical officers, I need you on the right side, sniping them as they come through. I will tell you how to do each mission and how to set up, so that way when you're doing the mission, you're getting the obstacles completed as well. That's going to kind of title I am. But on this one, those people that keep to drag you down don't seem to help much. They're just toxic all in general. You now can actually ban them, so that way, let's say they come in and I'm hot ass and I can shoot everything down because I'm I don't know, like a Sith warrior or whatever, just everything else. And then you kick them when they find out that they're just cleaning you out and being toxic. Then they come back, sexy ass, I'm sexy ass, and well, you don't have to worry about trying to do the cartoon. No, it's now going to be based on your email, basically. So if you come in like me, I'm always known as Sci-Fi Man. So if you look for Sci-Fi Man in any game, pretty much, you're going to find me, because that's what I run by, Sci-Fi Man. But when you cut in, it's going to stop anything and everything. So all these little, nitpickers that like to be toxic, you're going to get rid of them. And you can actually build your game, build your guild, and become, well known in the game. Guilds will now receive a 50% bonus to all conquest points earned once they've completed the end date of planet. Now, to the ones who've never done it before, that's actually going to be very cool, because once you do your first one, you'll get 15 off to that. And then once you start doing the daily, just everything else on the conquest, just everything else, you're going to be able to level up your guild, just everything else. Now, sadly, I'll be honest, I don't think no guild such as myself is going to benefit from this, because this is suited to the larger 100 to 500 that had no trouble signing in, no trouble doing it. They got the best of the gear and got the idea of the game mechanic down well. So a lot of them is going to easily hold the conquest points easily. But the small guilds, such as myself, we finally had the chance to get on that leaderboard and start showing up and start doing things. The Defeat Interior and Republic Guard conquest objectives had to be removed from the game. It used to be that when you did conquests, you would have these certain people who knew where they was, they'd done the math enough times so they know where they sit it, know where they are, and automatically go in there, take it out, and then hold that position, and pretty much own the conquest leaderboard from that point on, because they knew where to go and where they was basically to get the points going and hold the title and hold that area. So they've now been removed from the game. So no more of these, all of us, we all jump in, we plow through, we get rid of these little guards and then hold them at no net of the cost. And so hopefully now the conquest system will become better, especially such as myself, who's a small guild. I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. As you can see, we have guild alters to rank and unrank. So, to the people who go in low level and do these war zones, just everything else, the one good thing, okay, so that's the new one, 252. When you go into these war zones, your gear, let's say you've got, the 200. Now, I've seen a lot of people who's got the 190 or the 200 or like the 210. You don't have to worry. When you go into these war zones, if you've got low level gear, I need something to drink, hold on. I hate allergies. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So when you go into these war zones, you don't have to worry about your gear, because the game will boost up your gear ratings or your stats. So let's say you've got 290, no problem. The game will boost you all the way to the max of 252 or 252. So you can do those war zones, you can do those things. Crew skills. Corrected an issue in some gathering needs on drawing the card has higher skill requirements than intended. I'm glad they fixed that because I was running around Dronicos, which is basically an entry level, the entry level planet, but I was literally seeing, top rank, the 600 or whatever, this everything else, where you was running around and you was clicking on things instead of being like 6, it was 600, and you had to have these, like slicing skill 600, treasure hunting 600. And I'm like, this is an entry-level planet. It should be 6, not 600. So they're totally fixing that. I'm hoping it's fixed. Cybertech. Correct and inconsistent naming between advanced lethal mod and its genetics. So that's basically a typo. Sith weaving. As you can see, the naming of items from 230 to 238. As you notice, a lot of these, because also crafting's going up. So we're now getting new crafting stuff, such as this one. Treasure hunting mission, a pirate legacy, now grants grade 3 materials as intended. Treasure hunting mission, the warrior spear, no longer displays a grade 10 lockbox. So that's being removed, it seems like. But this one is being fixed. Blast points. God in the Machine is the new story that's going to be playable, that's everything else. Now a lot of these are interesting. Items in economy, which I'll put the link in. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that now, so that way you can all see it. Just in case anybody's curious. There you go. There you go. Is that all of that? Yeah, that's all of that. Alright, missions and NTs. The mission gather MAT-D on Del Savage has their title updated to Flashpoint Color War Games to properly reflect the Flashpoint mission and receive the interacting with them. So if you're like doing flashpoints and doing missions and everything else, the droid that you turned on Del Savage that gives you the war game one, that's just a typo text. Correction issue or in some situations, bounty hunters were unable to interact with an escape pod during some people just need killing. That there, now I actually did that on the bounty hunter the other day. This everything else and all. Hopefully that's been fixed now, because I could not target them. I was running around trying to basically put these people down. It was a murder for hire mission where you were supposed to just gun them down and loot on and then go back. Okay, hired killer on duty. Here you go. So hopefully that's been fixed. Enemies in the internal champion will now grant command experience points. Contents will now show up as intended during the Plot and plundered. Oh, and I'm actually doing that on one of my characters right now. So when you do the plotted and plunder, you can start seeing content. Yay! Natural data crystal has been added as a reward of various crystal weekly missions. The OSIS reputation consumable has been added to the rank TDT system. The 3-NK-store will now count toward the respected conquered adjusted as intended. Increase the number of losses needed to complete the daily and weekly rank by TDT missions. Finally, the last one, Warzone General. Lower the top rate for the Zenon hot dog be equal to the other Warzone. Players carrying the hot dog can once again use their crowd control directly as intended. Thank you! Thank you! So that I'm glad they kind of fixed it to everything else. Alright, so like I said, I think I heard the thing in the background top. So, fight the rule to go. Alright. So, What is this all about, shall we? The ancient Latin of Osa story and gameplay. A dark shadow looms over the once forgotten world of Osis. Fight to the Galactic Republic of the Sith Empire as they forces battle for supremacy in the upcoming game update 10. Jedi Under Siege and Star Wars The Old Republic. Dun dun dun! So, as you can see, this is the new update. I'm hoping. Well, wait, hold on. Let me. Oh, seriously? Like, seriously? I was just there, damn it. Not sure it's just, da 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 da. Let's see, server status. Well, according to this, they're still saying it's down, according to this. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me double check things. No, they're still saying it's down. Okay. Wow, so the lag. Alright, so according to this thing, yeah. Alright, so apparently it is still down, according to this thing, just everything else, and they're saying they need at least another hour or so, just everything else. So it seems like this game update news is going to be a little bit late because they're recording at least another hour or so. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely go to the server page, which I will link in about 2 seconds. Yeah, so I will go ahead. I'm going to send this to you all so that way you can all see, and you just go to this server link, and that way you can actually check to see what server you play on, just everything else and all. But like I said, I play on the Star Torch, but on the Twitter thing, and my strong recommendation is to get the Star Wars Old Republic's Twitter feed, because they always, send the notifications and stuff to Twitter, just everything else. So if you want to follow what's going on with the game, just everything else, definitely follow their Twitter feed. So they're recording at least another hour. I don't know what else to say, just everything else. Otherwise, they're down. They're recording another hour or so. So sorry about that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Otherwise, you, Republic players, to the Republic, Merry Christmas. You entire players, to the entire Merry Christmas. You bounty hunters and smugglers, make sure the credit's good. Merry Christmas, and I hope to see everything in about an hour or so we can run around and do the Christmas of that and see the new stuff. So I'll see you then. Bye.